Hey, we're live, it's working. Right, so I've put on some lock-in tunes, just making sure that we can hear it. Getting this set up properly. Let me test that. Maybe I need to turn this up. Let's keep it in green. Let me see if that's working now. Maybe I need to turn this up. Let's keep it in green. Let me see if that's working now. Right, there we go. That sounds a bit better. Let me turn this gain all the way up. Is that up too much? I don't know, let's see, because I don't want to put the mic in my mouth. Right, there we go, that sounds a bit better. Let me turn this gain all the way up. Is that up too much? I don't know, let's see, because I don't want to put the mic in my mouth. So it was too much gain. We should have it fixed now. Right, so mic check 2 1 2. Essentially testing right now if this mic and background audio setup is sufficient. We're doing all these tests before we hammer into it. Check 2 1 2. Essentially testing right now if this mic and background audio setup is sufficient. We're doing all these tests before we hammer into it. Right, turn this down a couple. And then that should be us. Right, that'll do. And hopefully, if people jump in, they can let me know if my mic's dodgy or not working or something. So, what are we doing here? Well, let me move my stuff over. So, basically, I have a SaaS called Scripty. Now, we're an AI YouTube channel, we're always building, we're always doing that kind of stuff, and this is what we're currently working with. Now, for building Scripty, I was just building like crazy, building like, oh man, 20 applications or something crazy. If you come down here, you can see on my like portfolio website, all of the stuff that I've been making, right? And it was getting out of hand. And the problem that I've realised is that vibe coding is all well and good, but then what? How do we actually make any money from it? And that's when I realised that we need to vibe market, essentially. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to do a series here now. Every day, we're going to stream at this time. I understand it's a bad time for our American viewers. Probably the least amount of people online. So we'll test it like this, see how we go. Because this time works best for me. Because I've got 2 little kids, and they're always out in the morning. So, anyway, Scripty. Scripty is the one we're working with mainly. We have one paying customer I have like 75 users who have signed up, something like that. And like 150 generations. Essentially, Scripty, what it does is you get a bunch of video ideas from competitors. It will then research their videos, propose ideas to you, outlines, angles and stuff. You then pick one and it will write a script. So the main standout feature is that it writes YouTube scripts in your voice. But I've overcomplicated it by vibe coding my way into a vibe slop columnar. So we're trying to break out of the vibe slop columnar. Also, we completely lost my train of thought. Thought I held somebody. Also, we're just getting carried away with the AI wave, where you end up not doing anything real. You'll just end up building a bunch of stuff and never actually delivering. So we want to deliver one thing, so we're going to try and do one problem, one solution, one person, something to that effect. Oh, I'm getting tired already. To be fair, I'm in the UK and it's absolutely roasting and I'm not used to it. So on our SAS here, the main thing, that's why I was scrolling down here, that we have been getting good feedback on is how it writes the scripts using your voice. So it essentially pulls your data, and don't worry, we'll go to the Claude Code and whatever, but basically it pulls your voice profile from your YouTube channel. So it goes and gets a bunch of videos, brings them back, synthesizes through that, and then comes up with this thing called a voice profile. And that voice profile gets then added to the script writing process. But the problem is there's now just so many steps in using the application that I don't even use it myself. I also don't really like the UI. So, because for example here we go on signals, this is the main tracker portion of the application, so you can come and see your competitors, what they're posting, so you can come and kind of see what you would like to recreate. But also we're trying to make it more synthesized, where it automatically detects outliers and this kind of stuff. But then from here you can select a video. So let's see, AGI and AI future rising topic, interesting. Self-hosting, that's an interesting one. So click on remix. It will then bring that angle into your find angles, which will then go and scour essentially YouTube to find what other people are doing and talking about within this idea. Get those transcripts, extract them, analyze them, and come back with a bunch of script angles. So here it's found I spent this. You can see that it's pulling through things that aren't actually related. So we spent 50k on abandoned storage units. That's nothing to do with self-hosting AI models. And then it's going to get the transcripts, generate some angles. It'll take a minute or two. But you can already see that part of the problem here is that I think that we have two good points, which is the signals. I think is really good, being able to manage that, but that'll cost that has a lot of infrastructural things that we need to work on to make it really good. So actual outlier detection relative to the average view count or whatever. And a lot of these things are quite computationally expensive. And then if we check out in a minute the scripting, I think the script writing is good as well, or it's not bad. But yeah, I think one problem that I've been finding trying to use my own tool here is essentially that it's so stuck and it's not malleable enough. Let's see how long this is taking. That's crazy. That should be so much faster than this. Let's see, pulling transcript failed. So what's it doing now? Yeah, it should be so much faster than this. So I think the main goal of today is to see if we can streamline what the heck the problem is, and then how simply to deliver that solution. Because right now we just have a complicated software with a bunch of stuff going on, man. Faster than this. So I think the main goal of today is, so let me put on some lock-in tunes and we will head on over to Excalidraw and we'll actually draw this out. So, oh, I should have brought my notepad from upstairs, because I have like a digital notepad, which is genius. Right, so did that even work? Did that just stall? Go on projects. Yeah, it's not even created it, has it? Right. There's so much clutter here, I honestly don't even know whether it's worth considering starting again. Which is actually how we got in this mess in the first place. This is actually me starting again. But on my screen, it's really hard to see this. I wish I had a manual light and dark toggle. Courtesy access from myself. So, right, let's just kind of map out what the heck's going on here. I'm going to go and grab my little writing pad so we can properly flesh this out. I'll be back in a minute. Maybe not even a minute. We're back. Put my earphones back in. Because you can't really see it on the screen, but I have like 3 fans blowing. Right. Put the chin back on. Can you hear me? I have like... Yeah. Right, so let's try and map this out on Excalidraw a little bit. Make sure my little pen's working, because I have this little pad and pen thing. Such a genius buy, because it works so well. So, first things first, right? So we have... Hey, walking on a treadmill and doing this is so sketchy. We have Scripty. Ah! Let me move this one. Hopefully it doesn't shake my camera too much. Let's go in 100% view. Right, so Scripty. Oh, why is it needing me try so hard? So the value proposition or the problem is, right, I want YouTube scripts. Oh my goodness. So the solution that we currently have, so we'll do the kind of as is. So our as is that we have signals that goes to researching angles, which then goes to what scripts, which then goes to packaging. So pretty lengthy process, to be fair, for that as is. So I think, what's the problems here? So first of all, packaging is like title, chapters, description, and thumbnail as well. And I think for this one, just like off the bat, I want to get rid of thumbnail generation, because we were using like AI to generate thumbnails. Let me go show you. Projects, the ones that are packaged up. So, and it would generate thumbnails. Oh, not like that. I was experimenting with the Excalidraw MCP server. When it first came out 2 months ago, it was dreadful. Anyway, so let's see here. So, yeah, so here's an example of one. Let's find an example of a good one. Come on, man. So packages. Boom. Right, that's a bit better. So this is using Gemini, but we don't want to use Gemini. Instead, I want to use OpenAI image generation. So we changed that. But I mean, even still, I think they can be good for ideas, because I always then want ideas as something that I want. Kind of copying other people's and stuff, but I feel like we don't want to be the all-in-one software for YouTube video making, because you quickly just become like a little bit of everything, and you end up basically being nothing to anyone. So I think we need to get rid of our thumbnail generation. Oh, we see, because now there's part of me that's like, oh, maybe we should keep it. Nah, it's too much stuff that's going on. And I think title and description, they just should really go into the script generation, or it should just be a different thing. Should it be a different thing? Because if we think of it, so that's the as is. I mean, let's just think about it like from my perspective. Like, what did I actually do? Because this is how it started in the first place. So how it started was, I watch. Oh my goodness. Right, so I watch competitors, and then from there I would do the kind of research of transcripts, etc. Watch competitors or a brief from a client. Research, get transcripts, create a hook intro, outline, then I would shoot, edit, and then I would get my title, etc. So this is my actual process. Oh my gosh, I'm just realising how much it's shaking the camera with my writing. Let me see if I can change the sensitivity on this pen, tablet thing. XP pen. Let's see. Pressure. Is there a way to get current pressure like this? Because like this is me clicking. That seems to be working. And then if I try and draw here, oh no, it's working now. No, it's not. Oh, whatever. See, maybe even. Nah, we won't type it up. What's going on here? Why is it zooming me in? Oh, I don't know. So anyway, so watch competitors, which is what signals is, research, which is what angles is, script, which is the create hooking stuff, and title, etc., which is package. So I guess in a sense, it makes sense why I have made it this way. But I think, is that too much? Should people just get like a bam, here's, you know what we should do? It's just click to my brain. See, instead of doing all this stuff, we should be asking the users. Obviously, we should be saying, you know, oh, by the way, what do you think? What do you like? What do you not like? Because it's all about them, isn't it? Because when it's about you, you end up just, you don't know what you're doing. So let's head on over to YouTuber Systems here, which is the old name of it. And so let's start something here. So I have my typeless open. Apparently not. Let's see. Oh no. Spilled water all on my keyboard. Right. Let me typeless. It's a free like word to or speech to type in, and the cool thing about it, this isn't sponsored. They did sponsor a YouTube video, but it's pretty cool. I still just use the free version all the time. Is that the basically it gets your text and it will like sort it out and turn it into like real. I completely lost that train of thought again. It gets you your words and it structures them, and I'll show you. So we're currently looking to, well, let me change that because it's on my Mac. Let's change it from Mac. Home settings, personalization, mic, boom, right, let's do USB mic, condenser mic, that'll be better. So I want to figure out if I should remove or add features into my SaaS. I'm thinking the best way to actually do this is to email people who have already signed up. So let's draft together an email to ask people what they like and what they don't, essentially. Because right now, the site itself, the things that I am kind of concerned most about is, number one, does it take too long? Number two, is it too complicated? Number three, why are people actually joining? What is the one thing they want to do? Number four, what is the one thing keeping them around? Yeah, basically that. I think as well the main reason I'm asking this too is because on Signals, I think Signals has potential to be one of the best features. I think that the angle and script part though, I'm not too sure about. So let's discuss here and we'll try and figure out what's the best way to do this research. Should I just do it from my perspective, or should we email people? And also we have one paying user. We should probably ask them. Yeah, so we have one guy who's a paid user for our SaaS. There you go. But you can see Typeless has actually organised this properly, which is good because then it means the prompt that the AI is getting is like a proper prompt, not just a brain dump. In any case, yeah, so we have one paying customer, so really their feedback is super valuable. We have someone from our school community, and I think her feedback could be really valuable too. Yeah, I think we're really just in that zone of like, do we keep re-engineering this? Do we, streamline it, remove stuff? Do we make the landing page better? All of this stuff. Or do we just talk to actual people who decided to sign up and ask them what they think? But in any case, one thing we do want to remove right now is this here, talk to Scripty. So, pardon me. Let me see if we go here, /voice. So I created this thing here, where I basically can use the application using only my voice, which I think is such a cool idea. But the problem then is that it has to get priced into the application, and it kind of adds complexity here. But I think a talk to script like this could be good if you like hook your channel up. But I'm noticing I'm just doing that thing again where I'm like making this super complex, which isn't necessarily what I want to do. Because now I'm looking at this and my AI brain is like, oh my gosh, we could hook in somebody's YouTube channel and then they could just click this button and they could talk to their YouTube channel. You know, and all this stuff. So anyway, what's Claude doing here? I might go back to using Claude in Terminal, because I moved it to here to get more acquainted with the application, because I don't want to miss out on updates and stuff. But honestly, it's a nightmare to try to use the app all the time. It takes so long, and the only reason I like to do it is for routines. But then see these routines, like let's go to whatever, like school daily post, sure, right? So here these run, and they don't go anywhere. Like they don't even show up in my documents here. It's just, it's such a nuisance. I do think Codex is the best one. Yeah, anyway, so I feel like I've talked myself into trying to keep this because I think it has potential. I feel so confused. I've got that AI psychosis thing, man, where now I'm just like, AI, please tell me what to do. But sometimes I do find, like, if any of you guys are building stuff, it's good to let the AI go and create like a V1 and then you iterate on it. That's, I find, is always the best thing, because it's like when you write an essay or a story or do anything really, is that trying to get that V1 is the hardest thing, you know. But then the problem is that people now, because V1s are so easy to get, they just leave it there. So what's Claude saying? So now he's get the picture. Signals is the tracker, angles is the researcher, and script is the script generation. That last point matters for your whole question. What point? Full script generation. No, in your own UI, right? Full script is literally labelled angle and script. Okay. So don't lead with the email. Triangulate in this order. With a handful of sign-ups and one paying user, an email survey is a qualitative discovery, not validation. You don't have a sample size to validate anything. So, usage data. Do this before emailing anyone. Your paying user, call them, don't survey them. Email to free sign-ups. Yes, but short, personal. Plain text, asking the right questions. Your 4 questions are mostly the wrong tool for email. 2 of them are founder anxiety questions. Is it too complicated? Your question, too long, too complicated. Why join the thing? What keeps them around? Well, I guess what we could actually ask to do instead of all of this, because I don't want to do calls and all that. This is something I'm now trying to be honest with myself about, is I don't want to make calls. Probably like you, if you want a vibe code to $1 million as well, you don't want to pick up the phone and cold call people, man. You know, I don't want to have to book calls in and all this stuff. I want to figure out a way to do it so I don't have to actually talk to someone in real time. Do you know what I mean? So that's the whole point. So here I think we have the data, or at least we should have the data, to actually do some analysis here. So when it's saying like what keeps them around, we can ask Claude now to tell us how many people are actually doing the generations. So let's check that out. And first, if you're watching this, say hi in the chat. This is our first live stream, day 1 of Vibe going to $1 million. ARR $36, mate. We are so so gonna make it. So we should have the data. Can you get the relevant data, pull it back and see the usage? So like, who's using what, are they paying, do they come back to the application? Basically got all the data points to say who's using it, when are they using it, what are they using it for, and do they come back, and what does the paid user do, basically. So we'll send that in here. And what I want to do just now in the meantime is I want to have my light and dark toggle come back, because honestly I can't see anything on this screen because of the like light flare or whatever. So let's go back over here, open a new one up, and we'll say add back in my light and dark toggle so that I can see my screen and I can choose whether I want light, dark or auto. Or wait, actually, nah. Add back in my light dark toggle button, but auto detect on the first time whether it is light or dark, and then remember through cookies or whatever whether the person changed it or not. And see, these are the important parts about vibe coding that I've found out. Is like, see if you don't ask things like that, see if you just say add a light and dark toggle, then the problem is that it will add it and you'll change it, say, to light, and then you'll come back again on the page and it won't have saved that state. Which is why getting a solid understanding of the fundamentals of, and not even coding, because it's like an abstraction up now. Hello to the 5 people watching, by the way. Say hi in the chat. But yeah, it's like, it's not even coding that you need to know now, it's like this abstraction above, like how applications work, which is great for me because I always hated having to actually hand crank out int x equals 7, which yeah, does my head in, because little background on me, I have a computer science degree, and I was writing in Java and doing all your stuff, creating streaming website, writing protocols, compilers, all the fun stuff. So it's good to now have AI that I don't have to do all this that I never cared about, because I always only ever cared about the abstraction, you know. So like for example here, yeah, as I said, basically it's good to know these concepts, but actually you don't need to code them. And that's the whole point of what I'm doing now, is that we're not trying to vibe code as in open up VS Code and look at the code and ask it to change this package. You know, I just want to use it essentially as my suite of software engineers and marketers. So let's see here. So let me scout the data. We have 173 generations and 77 signups. Now something super interesting, and I don't know how to replicate it, but the paying subscriber, he actually joined, pardon me, he joined from a comment I left on a video that was not even related to this. So I just left an AI video comment and yeah, he came over. So I think that's a totally underrated way of getting out there, is commenting, replying. See, like the way people reply on Twitter and stuff. Doing that on YouTube videos when they first get released. Anyway, so what's it saying here? 173 generations, 1 paying user to find. It should be able to find it though, because in the database only one of them has a Stripe ID, because when you sign up, when a user signs up, they'll buy the subscription, then that subscription ID gets stored in the database, whereas the other 2 users are one guy who tried to buy it, but my site was broken. So yeah, actually that's a funny one. For the 3 subscriptions, one of them is me, the other 2 guys, one of them is paying and the third one isn't. But for both of them, they emailed me about the pricing. So the first guy, he emailed me and was like, the payment system isn't working, because Stripe wasn't working properly. It hadn't been hooked up right by Claude, so I had to go and check it out. And then the second guy, we changed the pricing, but it didn't change the pricing inside of Stripe. And then there was like a broken piece between Stripe and the application, and the guy ended up getting charged twice, but actually at a lower price point than total. So he ended up getting charged $9 twice, but we increased the price to like $19. Anyway, and he still was like, he was raging because it wouldn't let him log in, and I was like, that's totally fair, here's a free subscription. But yeah, I heard an interesting idea for people recently, a guy saying to just do lifetime payments, which I actually thought was interesting, because I have a school community, and for school communities it's like, let's see here, oh, what's it then, why can't I, right, Let me refresh. What's going on here, man? But basically, in the school community, I was going to say, yeah, $9 a month, right? Which means that even at 100 people, you're only making like $900 a month. But then I had like a flash deal where it was like 57 a year. And so then a bunch of people bought this 57 a year. And keep in mind, like, people churn in, I don't know, say like 4 months. Then 4 nines is 36. So if a person buys an annual, they actually get more money anyway, you do, because these people will be leaving, say, within 4 months. This is something to strongly consider for when you're making applications for pricing. At least I think it's important, is that people always say, raise your prices, it's better to have half the people at double the price. And it's like, yeah, it doesn't work like that. Like, it's never worked like that for anything that I've done. You end up just getting less people and your total revenue is even less. But the best thing to do is if you do the higher price point for a year, or even say for a lifetime, then you kind of front the cash flow, and then you'll actually make money. So for example here, I think we've got ARR. I might change that to revenue total and just start doing like an annual subscription or a lifetime one. The only problem is, I guess actually, nah, we need to keep it ARR or MRR because we use services, so the script generation uses Claude, etc. So they can't just give them a lifetime subscription and then they'll try and buy it. They'll try and use it like this. Wait, this is a better way to just visualize it. They pay and then that's it. But then they'll use it like this forever. And then if you do some little calculation of area under the curve, that they end up they use more than they paid for. Which you could only really make sense if you turn it into some like weird Ponzi scheme where like you keep raising the price for everybody who joins or something. Anyway, that's probably what they'll do, these dodgy AI companies. Anyway, so let's see here. What's the data telling us? So we have who's using it. 68 users out of 98. So it's that 98 sign-ups, 173 generations. So 68 people are using it out of the 98. Oh, I guess actually one thing they may need to stop here is I think the data will be polluted by including me and including testers. Let me see. Is this data cleansed from me and from testers as well? So like this 98 is like actual people and the generations are actual people, not just like me basically, because I run packaging a bunch. I don't want it to be added in here, and I sometimes run like test at scripted.ai, because basically here in this data we don't want it to be polluted by me basically. So I'll let it do that. We'll go back to the light and dark toggle. One thing I keep struggling trying to get it to do properly in like a coherent way is to go through staging. So like and you get environments in coding. So you have like your dev, then you have test, and then you'll have prod, something to this effect. Maybe have more, you'll never have less, you shouldn't have less. And so here your development environment is your local computer basically. Your prod is your like www.url, and then your test or staging things is called is like something in between. And trying to get AI to always go from dev to test to prod is so hard. Every time it wants to just go dev to prod, I'm like, and it will go and it will make this feature and then it will push it to prod and you'll be like, mate, did you test it? And I'm like, yes. I'm like, did you push it to test? I go, I pushed it to prod. And then you say, oh, you know, why? And it will, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, I won't do it again. And then he'll go and do it again, which is fine for people like me who have no users. But as soon as you have some users, sorry, what's it saying there? Good catch. No, it wasn't. You're in those numbers. What did I tell you, man? So, you need to keep an eye. So we need to remove some demo stuff. Yeah, there we go. See, like, how bad would that data have been? I'm 24% of all generations and 44% of all packaging. And the main reason I thought about this was because I'm literally looking at these numbers and thinking 11, like 41 packaging. As far as I'm aware, no one's ever used packaging. Because I've run this before. And this is literally me running Opus 4.8 on multi-code, or ultra-code, and it didn't even understand that. Right, so last turn I said Hector's gone quiet for 40 days, but he hasn't. Again, Claude's just like completely missed everything. This is crazy. Nick email. Yeah, he was pretty raging anyway that he get charged twice, which was less than the total. And then, yeah, so let's go and look at the actual data now. So what the clean data actually says, the product is in real terms one user. So Hector is 72% of all generations. Yeah, I thought that. Most people just sign up and then leave. If I remove him, then I'll get 35 generations. Exactly one real person has ever come back to generate twice, Hector. Everyone else is one and done. Client retention is worse than dirty number suggested. Packaging is mostly me. And only one for Hector, non-Hector. Your best, real users run it 21 times. The best new sign up month for just exactly one. I don't even know what that means, man. Your thesis is now even clearer and still the opposite of your hunch. Your one engaged paying customer uses script and Ango nearly daily and barely touches Signals. Signals is the magnet, but most bounce without generating. Don't cut script and Ango, that's the validating behaviour. Interesting. So let's talk back then and we'll see what we can do here. So, right, so the kind of next question though that I have is, you say that packaging was mostly me, real users ran it 21 times, your best new sign up month produced exactly one non-Hector generation. Can you just show me a table to like visually explain what's going on here? All I want to know is how many real customers, or I just want to know, what do people use and do they come back to use it? And what do they do? So like these people who sign up, for example, then do they come and add channels? Do they then log back in at future dates? Do we even capture this data so we can track how often users use it or not? Instead of just going and answering these questions, come up with the questions, push it back to me, and then we can go from there. So basically now, I just want Claude to actually consider the questions that we're trying to get the data to answer here, because like this here, I mean, I don't know about you, but I have no idea what it's really trying to tell me here. Because basically the point we're trying to get here for our new viewer is that should we drop anything from the application? And what should we push most? What's the problem that it is actually solving for this person? Because if we can like make this perfect for even just one person, there'll be loads of people like that who can then use it. So let's see where this goes. Let's go back to light and dark toggle. That's still making a light and dark toggle. That's been 13 minutes. That is actually crazy. And I bet you it'll push it straight to main. We'll see. So let's see here. What can I moan about? What was I literally just moaning about? Activation. Blah blah blah. I don't know. So the voice piece, I don't know if we should change this or not. Let's open up the voice agent guy here. Let's just maybe, oh no, let's open a fresh chat and we'll talk about it. Right, so we have this voice agent front. Is this, you know, worth having, or should we just archive it, or should we just delete it entirely? Let me confirm the feature of this prompt teaches is actually live in your own app. Right, away you go. So, how should we define a real customer? Alright, so it's got our questions here now. Let's have a look and see. So, what we're actually comparing. Signed up and went, added the channel, yep. Ran research, yep. Built a voice profile, logged back in, page views, post hog. They should have post hog data. Let's see here. How many real customers under each definition? How many are there? It's just so many words. Maybe I should just ask it one question at a time. This is blowing my mind. Anyone who actually just to recognition is the working definition. This is someone who's signed up. We can't reliably measure return visits to drop off from Superbase. How do you want to get it? Post hog. Post hog, also, if you've never heard of it before, it's crazy. You just like watch people using your website. Like someone will come in and click around your website, have a little look, and you can come and see exactly what they've clicked and done. It's proper dystopian to think that this is the kind of stuff that's you've signed up to, basically, on other websites. Do you want to fix the tracking gap? I don't know. Sure. He's kind of confusing me here now. So let's see, voice agent prompt. So, keep it. This one's worth having. Here's why. What it actually is, paste in prompt deliverable from your school community. Why it's not throwaway. Right, so we need to... Let me see. So the problem from it, essentially then, as far as I can see, is that right now it only sends emails of a new script that it generates. You know, I would just want it to be like a... Maybe instead of an entire voice agent page, maybe it should just be like almost like a customer support button. But I don't know, man, because then we need to manage how much we are actually using, because we'll get paid per usage. So I don't know if it is actually worth having, because we're a writing platform essentially, not a talking one. I think it's a cool idea, but I don't know. Wait, does it think about... Try to say school. Let me see. For context as well, I have it in school. That's completely fine in there. I'm just talking about whether to remove it from my live website. So basically, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, on our website we have a little orb that you can then talk to, and it will write scripts from here. But the problem with that, as you can imagine, is it just writes a script and then emails it to you. And then it's like, what are you going to do now? You know. So, let's send that in and see. Because basically the whole point of writing a YouTube script is that you can have this kind of back and forth and try and figure out what it should look like in the end. So that's running. This is running, this is running. How is that light dark toggle still running? This is absolutely mental. All I want is a little toggle to go light or dark. So I think as well, whilst that's running, another thing we ought to consider is this here, Scripty-Kit. So this is so complicated, no one is reading it. I kind of forget how it works as well. So let's come over and I'll talk. So, Scripty-Kit, how does it work? Because that landing page of it is like so busy, I have no idea what's going on. Basically though, what it is supposed to do is that you can then use Scripty as like an MCP server inside a Claude code or Codex or whatever. So instead of having to come onto the website here, create a new script for example or whatever, that's not even showing me one, and all this stuff, see what's trending, you should just hook up the MCP server and then just see what's trending directly from there. Like inside the Claude you can just ask, what have my competitors posted since yesterday, and then it should be able to figure that out. Actually, whilst that's on my mind, let me come here and say that, because I think the problem becomes like we're trying to provide our entire data side of the website as an MCP server, but then how does that actually get used? Probably with a skill file. So let me see. In essence then, is essentially that our MCP server gives all of the data and functionality of the website, but like via API endpoints to Claude or Codex. And if so, do we then need a skill file that actually does this? Because I'm away looking now at the actual website itself, looking at the Scripty-Kit, and it is like awful to read. Like I have no idea what's going on. It's crazy. I just want something nice and simple. I think as well, let me know what you think in the comments and chat essentially. Should we redo the UI? Because I feel like the UI looks awful. Anyway, I'm gonna go for a quick pee. I'll be back now. Oh, right, we're back. Let me put my earphones back in so we can listen to some lock-in tunes. Keeps popping up here saying that in live chat we should add a goal. What would my goal? How would I celebrate a super chat? Running on this walking treadmill? I don't know. How will I celebrate? Shout you out on the stream. I don't know. Get inspired with examples. Let me see here. I'll stream again on Friday. I'll play a rhythm game, hosting a community gaming night, get 1 extra hour of live stream. I'll do a stream when we explore more indie games. That'll do. Boom. So, the one other person viewing, say hi. Hello. Right, cool. Let's look here. Scripty kit is done. Oh no, that's running still. Light dark toggle is complete. Yay. So, it's funny, as much as I hate emojis and text, it actually just draws my eyes to read it. So, let me see. Yeah, see, I told you! Shipped and live in production. It should go to staging, mate. Let me ask it and see. You've just shipped straight to production. Shouldn't it be going to staging first? That's ridiculous, man. Let me refresh this, see. Now, where is it? How can I even toggle change it? Can't see it anywhere. Toggle restored. I can't see it. Now I've logged in and logged out. It's on the desktop navigation. No, it's not there. There are a couple of problems anyway, I think, is that scripty.ai, the like little logo, it should go to the landing page. When I click on the Scripty logo on the top left, it should go to the landing page. Like for example, I'm in app.scripty.ai/create. When I click Scripty, it just stays here. And then if I go onto Signals and click it, it goes back to create. I want it to just go to the landing page, scripty.ai. Also, remove the Talk to Scripty button in the bottom left. These are like crazy things. You'd have thought AI would have had this all sorted out. So, Scripty landing page. What? No, oh my gosh. I'm not even talking about the actual landing page, bro. I just meaning the scripty one. So, Scripty kit, let's see what it is. Big finding, you already built this. Yeah, I know, that was why I was asking. Now, the 3 skills, local server. Does the MCP server hand the website state and functionality? Yes, that's exactly what it does. One honest caveat, exposes the production pipeline, not literal everything. Yeah. You need a skill that does this. You already have 3 bundled with the config. So mental model worth keeping. Right, so. No, I don't mean the actual landing page. I mean the page of scripty.ai/scriptykit or app.scripty.ai/scriptykit. That landing page is just like impossible to understand. I just want it nice and simple and streamlined where it's like, it's as you say, you know, get access to Scripty, the SaaS, and then just have like, copy this, plug in, download or whatever, and then here, ask this question, and then one in the middle, like generate your API key, something like that. So let's send that in and we'll see. Like that toggle, let's see. You're right, I shouldn't have gone straight to prod. Man, this is actually, it actually blows my mind. Let me get this. Let's send this to, let's tweet it. I've heard some guy saying that you should be tweeting all of the stuff you're up to. So, I guess we should start tweeting. Let's add this in. Bam. Bam. There we go. Now what do you do? Like it? Retweet it? It's actually so funny. I still have never really gotten into Twitter. I did a little bit before, but it just becomes such a drain, man. Where you end up like spending your whole day on Twitter, which is not what we want to do. So let's go back to Claude. What's it saying here? You're right, I shouldn't have gone straight to prod, yeah, right. On the mechanics of staging here, it's worth clarifying because ship is misleading for front end work. Ship staging is back end only. Right, let's try and modify it then. Right, in essence, the point is not about shipping, not about merging, not about all of this stuff. The point is, if you do any work, it should always be in a PR, and any work that is in the PR that you're then going to merge, whether I say ship it or push it or merge it, should then not go straight to prod. It should always just go to staging. Then you give me the staging link, then I'll go and test it in staging, and ideally give me the username and password to log into staging, or auto log me in or something, remove authentication or something, I don't know, although maybe not, because then it'll be different from prod. And you shouldn't have your staging be different from prod, by the way, because you want it to be exactly as it's going to look like. Let's start a poll. So, what will the poll be? Claude code in terminal, VS code, the app. Hello, one other person watch. I see you. Hello. Say hello. Answer the poll. How do you use Claude code? Anyway, let's go back to this. So, scripted logo navigation. How do you want to ship this? There we go. So, just mail straight to me. I know I just said don't do that, but I want this one to go straight to me. Basically, something crazy is for my AI, it didn't. This button, if you're logged in, doesn't go back to the landing page. Oh, which is crazy, man. So, that's running, that's fine. Right, feedback email. Voice agent, right, voice agent 1. So, if you're just coming back, basically, for voice here, we have this talk to scripty thing, but I think it's overcomplicating the SaaS. So, what it actually is, a paste and prompt deliverable for the school community, blah blah blah. Why it's not throwaway encodes, painful non-obvious stuff people would burn hours otherwise on, blah blah blah, right? So I was then saying we should just remove it, circling the right instinct, read the code, right, cost exposure, already bounded, caps, token minutes at 20 an hour a user. The product question, you basically already answered that. You're right, you're a writing platform. Here's a reframe. Voice's value to your business was never the in-app feature, it's the content, the talk to your SaaS school prompt. So the real fork is this a demo asset? Should we rip it out, leave it as is, or repurpose as support? I say, what do you think? Make a case. Please. Boom. It should be an ultra code. Scripty logo is now the real anchor, right? So let me check this. Refresh, click on Scripty. Still not working. Let me check out. Our website, by the way, is hosted on Netlify. Oh, I got an email this morning that we've run out of Netlify functions. Let me check that out. This morning I got an email about how we're running out of usage for our Netlify functions. Check that out, please. Because Netlify functions is basically when you want a bit of code to run, and it's saying that that's run out. It's actually crazy. See the amount of infrastructure you require for a SaaS to actually work. Like, you need, where's your website hosted, where's the functionality work, where's the database hosted, where's your analytics, do you have, say, Posthog or something? Then if your site goes down, what do? How do you know how much you're spending? Oh my goodness, it just like goes on and on and on. Right, so let's see here. So here's my case. Demo asset capped. I'll argue it straight, including the one condition that would flip me to rip it out. So why not just rip it out? So the entire voice project produced exactly one thing more than the cost. A live, clickable, go try it yourself. For a teaching creator whose funnel is this. Right, so A is B's downside elimination means lost the demo. Concretely, a small change is kills the floating button everywhere, keep the voice route, option to tighten the one uncapped knob. Let me think. Right, so if we're going to keep it though, I think that instead of having like a little voice orb that then emails you a script, I don't know if that's the right way to do it. Maybe instead of that it should be like a customer support orb where it just answers questions about the product, or it should answer questions about like basically anything on the site. I just think that to get it to automatically write a script when you just ask it a question, it seems like a dumb thing to do. Like, if I want to write a script, I don't want to just say give me a script for this and then get it emailed to me. I would want to see it and stuff. So maybe, yeah, consider a different functionality which would actually mean something here. So let me see. So two quick things from you. The stage and login, do you already have or another stage and passed? If not, I'll provision a stage and test user. So let me see. So this toggle, leave it in prod. The stage and login, or I guess actually, yeah, we could reship it so that we can test out this first proper run. As for the staging login, go into my Supabase. You might have to delete a bunch of stuff because inside of the Supabase we have loads of test users. Probably just wipe most of them out and then just create a new one, and yeah, ideally if we could bypass it, or you could auto log in, maybe use Chrome extension or something, I don't know. So let's go actually and we'll download the Chrome extension for Claude, because what we're going to try and do is see, pardon me, for testing the application, we want it to see if we can log in for us. There we go, we've got it. So we got a new laptop the other day, which is cool. So it means that we can actually run a bunch of this stuff. So the Claude Chrome extension, the idea then is that it can come and it can actually sign me into the staging environment by default, and then we'll go sorry, this red alert has just, this team has exceeded the functions limit for Patristic. Oh yeah, so I have another bunch of websites. If you recall from the beginning, I was saying that I have a bunch of websites. These are all my websites. So, one too many. But let's see. So, Patristic, we've already messaged Claude about that. He's away looking into that. He's working, that's fine. Right, scripty landing page. So, how should I land the new scripty page? Preview it first, obviously. Naughty, naughty. And then here, boom, there we go, right. So finally we have the data. Oh, so let me know, man, in the chat. Do you get lost between all of these different chats that you use for AI? I get lost all the time, because like right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different chats. Maybe, yeah, 6 chats open at once, and whilst one's running you have to go to another one. And they're so slow, it's crazy. So, let's see here. Activation funnel. So, 100% sign up. Of the people who sign up, 76% sign in, and 65 add a channel, but only 19 generate something, and only 1 has generated something again. Feature reach. So Signals has 65 users, Angles 17, Packaging 9, and Script 6. That's crazy. So your 3 questions answered. Do they come in and add channels? Yes, overwhelmingly. So we need to keep Signals or Tracker. Do they log back in future? Yes, 17% of people have logged back in. Only 1 of them generates anything. Right, so yeah, there we go. Last scene. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, shape is unmistakable. Come back. Set Signals never cross into generating. Your paying non-user Nick is the worst case. So I guess we probably should tell him. Nick isn't a paying user. If you check the Supabase, you'll be able to see that he doesn't have a Stripe ID. Nick tried to pay, then I refunded him, and then yeah, so he's fine. So anyway, so based then on the current data, I would say, actually I don't know what I would say. I need to have a look. I quite like this like suggested task stuff up in the top right. I think it's super handy to have for let me see. Yeah, this suggested task up in the top right is actually so good because it basically finds things that you should be doing and then gives it to you. Which is cool because normally for Claude, I would, for Codex, sorry, I had a routine that would run like every hour to go and find and make suggested tasks, whereas now it just runs by default. So let me put my lock-in tunes back on. We'll do another hour, I think. Just looking at my other screen just now. Hold on. Cool. Anyway, right, so we're back at it. X money. Tap into everything. Custom metal Visa debit card. It's like, what is it? Literally just a bank card. So Elon Musk has like rebooted his little PayPal, yeah, his little thing that loves a bit of money. Wait, so I threw myself there because I was like, oh, I feel like I was doing a bit to then short it later. Right, so what we're doing here, the next move. So the one takeaway is your funnel doesn't have a discovery or interest problem. It has exactly one fatal step. How do we go from Signals to first generation? Right, cool. So this is good data, right? So I think then basically is that the people have high hopes for the Signals, and some people think it's worth coming back to. I think we should really streamline how we see that, and then how to get people to come back, I think, is via emails. Have been like, you know, maybe daily morning emails, like here's what your competitors have been posting since yesterday or something, or weekly trends, or both. I think that's probably a good way to move forward here. Also, document everything we have so far. We need this stored somewhere. Probably have some like analysis folder, and inside there you can store analyses by date or something, and maybe add some tags so we can search it. I don't know. If we do that, though, it'll have to be reflected in the Claude MD for the entire thing. So anyway, so I think right now Signals is a bit messy to look at. I think it has massive potential, but I think, yeah, it needs to be enhanced a bit, and it has to have something that makes it sticky, and it has to have something that brings people back, hence the emails. And then, yeah, because right now it doesn't look too good. In regards to the tracking spec, yeah, plan that out and do that. The post-hog session recordings, nah, we'll probably leave that just now. Start drafting the activation fixes. I don't know what you're talking about there, so I'll need to understand more about that. In regards to Nick, the reason that he didn't come back, I'm sure I told you, he paid twice because the Stripe ID wasn't linking properly through to the database, so he ended up, he wasn't getting the access he wanted, and so like that next day he was just angry and asked for a refund basically. Hello to our viewers, say hi in the chat. Oh, also, where are you from? Because I was a bit unsure whether it's live stream at this time, because I know loads of our viewers are American. And this is a proper UK time. So, what's going on here? Voice agent, that's still running. Scripty landing page. Right, so let's see the new Scripty landing page. Open it up in browser first, please. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating so much, man. It's roasting in here. Although I guess walking and talking and thinking all at the same time is pretty hard work. So let's shut that preview down. We'll bring it over from here. So let's see the before and after. So basically, if you're just tuning in, what we're doing is we're redoing this landing page. So the one on the left is so complicated, man. I have no idea what's going on. But on the right hand side is a new one. Get Scripty inside the Claude and Codex. Pick your tool. Other REST API. Generate your API key. If I'm logged in, it should just do it straight here. Boom. Genius. It does it. I'll need to kill that one. Quickly before anybody steals it from the live stream. Quickly kill this API key. And then you just paste it into your tool. And then we can ask to test the connection. Or we can use script framework to check this here. Right, cool, so I like that, but what I'll do is I'll press function. This is honestly, typeless is like the best thing ever, or like any of these text to speech to text tools, because you can just press function and then I can just like talk here on the screen. So inside of the paste it in your tool, that should automatically get the API key in here. I think actually it has already, which is cool. And then under ask, it has test the connection for 0 credits, check a script, which is local free, but it should also have a third one, which is like actually using the service. So, you know, like what breakout videos have my competitors posted over the last 24 hours, or something like that. So let's go to, where am I going? Script landing page. Boom. There we go. Honestly, look how good Typeless is at formatting that. It's so good. API key revocation. So we get this to be a locally refreshed page. Okay. Cool. So that's done. Boom. Voice agent prompt evaluation. Oh, also for this, I guess, is also, I guess what we need to do is to manage this API key, so allow people to manage it by seeing their usage topping up or whatever whatever it is. So you'll need to plan that. I don't know if we should push and merge this first before doing that. So much going on here, man. No wonder I can't get anything done. So that's fine. API revocation, that's fine. Landing page, that's currently running, that's fine. The voice agent, so if you're just tuning in, we have a voice agent here. I'm basically trying to figure out if it's worth even having it in my SaaS, because it looks cool, but it just sends people a script that they ask for. Although, interestingly, it sounds just like me. You ready to hear it? Oh, could not start the session. Oh, boo. It's broken. Don't worry, it's not really a live feature yet anyway. So, I'm thinking of changing it to like a knowledge base or something. So, who should the grounded orbs serve? Public, prospect, auth, support orb, or both? So what is Claude saying here? Claude loves a blether. So what actually wins? Same build, re-aimed. A grounded demo concierge aimed at prospects that pushes to the free trial. Let's just let Claude do whatever it thinks is best. Whatever you think is best. Hello chat, say hi in the chat. Where are you tuning in from? Are you in the UK? Ah. Hello. Hold on, pal. Hiya. Hold on, little man. My son's here. Shut my eyes out. Hold on. Everybody stop. Right, we're back. We had a wee interlude there. My family just came back in through the back door. Little kids and that. So, let's see here what's going on. Voice agent prompt evaluation. How come I think we had our peak viewership? Or almost our peak viewership when I'm not even here? That's shocking. So, public prospect concierge, right, he's working. That's fine. Light dark toggle. Let's check this here. So something I always wonder about when people live stream is how do they use API keys and passwords on the screen. Rotate this as it's leaked. I suppose we need to do it off screen on my other screen. Anyway, so we'll let that run for a moment. SaaS feature feedback email. So let me see here. Important correction on Nick. Thank you, that reframes them right. So done. Everything's documented, dated, and tagged. Basically, here, if you're new, hello, welcome. Say hi in the chat, like the stream. We're trying to make $1 million with our SaaS. Currently at 36. But in any case, so here we're trying to look at data to essentially figure out which parts of our current SaaS should we keep and which should we not, because it's pretty complicated at the moment, all the stuff that's going on. So plain version, the specific product changes that get more than 21% of signups across the one. So signals to first generation. Remove friction. So the added channels, now what? Research takes almost 2 minutes, which is why people leave. The settings tax is rage click hotspot as well. Rage click is when people like click and go ah, and they can detect it using post hog. So excuse me. So if we see here, you already have partial plumbing for this. The settings tax, the retention loop, daily competitors, layer 3, streamline the signals UI itself, remove friction on first party generation. Right, so I think here then, really what we need to do or want to do is we need to draft up what this layer 2 email looks like and then how people can change it, etc. Layer 3, streamlining the signals UI itself, I think that does really need to be done, and maybe these need to be 3 different chats for 3 different PRs. And layer 1, removing the friction, yes, I agree as well, that when people sign up, they need to get like a 7-day free trial or something so that they can actually come and use it. Maybe, I don't know. Or yeah, because I'm just trying to think. The problem with the maybe signals should be free. I don't know. Maybe I was going to say maybe signals should be free, but then actually generating stuff shouldn't be, because then you get the stickiness and then the actual application. The only problem with that is that it becomes like there's 2 hurdles then to join. There's the join for free, and then there's the upgrade to actually get your scripts, and then we'd need to make the signals specifically sticky enough that people would then be happy to upgrade at some point, which I think could be actually a good idea, and that the whole point is like channel tracking, and then to pay you then can generate stuff based on the channel tracking. That kind of makes sense to me, but maybe that's for a different yeah, maybe we need another prompt for another chat to talk that through. But as for the settings tax and the add channels now what, how do we actually do that, and the speed? Yeah, we'll need to elaborate on those, because I'm not really sure how we can, like I don't fully know what you're meaning by these, like how we could actually fix it or what the problem is. So for example, speed is obviously make it go faster. Hey, I swear a fly just bit me. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, so this, yeah, maybe elaborate on the layer 1 problems. Oh. So, scripty landing page. Let's see this. How should top-up credits actually work? Auto top-up or overage? I don't know. What do people normally do? It's so crazy, the amount of like complexity to this kind of stuff. So, plan, each shippable, page, keys, usage, top up. I don't know what people normally do. And we need to tie it in to the actual pricing of the product. So everything now needs Netlify access. So let's get the Netlify API key. I'll do that on the other screen since I've learned my lesson. Let me ask actually first, don't we have one? Don't we have the token in a .env file? Because we should, because I can normally deploy straight there. Oh, Netlify functions usage, let me see this again. So, is building the shared function quote and threatens to suspend this? How do you want to handle it? So let me see how it's actually working. I mean, I guess first of all would be what function is it that's getting used by Patristic? Like, what does the function do, and how the heck has it run out? Like, how is it used all of them? Send that in. Voice agent. Alright, let's go back to this one. Oh man, there's so many moving parts, it's crazy. Hello to anybody in the chat. Hello, hello. Hope you're all doing well today. I'm absolutely sweating. It's roasting here in the UK. Where are you tuning in from? Let me know. So, this is just getting way too complicated, I think. Let me think. The only reason we want this voice agent, man, is literally just because we want to keep it there, and I think it's a cool idea. But I think really we should park it. You know what? This is getting way too complicated trying to manage this as well. I think we need to essentially just park this. I think leave it as a slash voice for people who join and wanna who watch a YouTube video and wanna see the voice agent and get their email sent to them. Maybe slightly modify the code so that instead of sending an email, it just displays the script on screen and stores it to their projects or something. Because the email will use up more infrastructure, like payments, like I'd have to pay for functions or something. So yeah, so just make it display it on screen and save it to projects, and then yeah, that's it. Probably just leave it there and maybe just cap it to like, I don't know, 2 uses per user per day or something. I don't know, something small, because you need to check the 11 Labs pricing, because I don't want to have to foot the bill for people using a voice agent. Right, Netlify function usage. So let me see here. So why are all my Netlify functions being used? Let me actually open up function. Right, so it's a single AWS Lambda, so that's like a bit of code that just runs. when something happens or something invokes it. To run the entire server at runtime, anything Next.js can't hand back as a pre-built static file. So the other function is an email. How the heck it ran out. So 2 specific design choices. So 4,800 a day. 2 things in the Church Fathers repo multiply every visit. Your most visited pages are forced to render server side on every hit. These pages are marked, which disables static. So the single most hit URL on the site can never be served from cache. What? A homegrown analytics speaking file. Oh, I honestly don't even know what it's trying to tell me here. I have no idea what you're saying here. There's like way too much context. As essentially what I'm hearing is that every time someone hits the website, it runs a server. And by the looks of that, it must be running that server or that Lambda call multiple times, because we are not getting 4,800 views a day. If it has to be that the website changes every day and that's why we need to run it, surely we can just run this at like midnight UK time, or I don't know, whatever the first time zone is to go to midnight. Just run it then, and then everybody just gets that. I don't know, I'm completely lost on why this is using so many. Yeah, because this is crazy, man. It's saying that I've used like 128,000 Lambda calls. It's like ran a little bit of code 128,000 times. Suggested tasks. You know what we'll do here? Start with work tree, sure. Let's just do all of them. Let them run in the background. I don't even know what they are, but that'll be fine. So, let's see this here. Oh my goodness. So much stuff. Why does Claude like to just give me so many output tokens? Is it just so that I use up all my usage? Speaking of which, how's our usage go? 5 hour limit. 16%. That's alright. So the email above is saved as this. The hook is the biggest mover. So layer 1 elaborated, I have to correct 2 of my earlier guesses. I read the... right, you know what, I'm coming back to say. There is too much text in your output. I don't know what you're talking about. Just give me stuff simple. If I want more information, I'll ask. Just give me a simple explanation, as if I'm like a busy CEO who doesn't really know the tech much. Who maybe was a cloud architect in a previous life or something. Honestly. I'm sick of like, I'll log in and here it's like, you already emit an option found SSE event. It's like, mate, what are you talking about, man? Here's the problem. People sign up, add channels, then hit a wall and leave. Only 1 in 5 ever create anything. Why? New users get no credits. So the moment they try to make a script, nothing happens. You already built a 7-day free trial, it just doesn't switch on automatically. How hard was it to tell me that? So, the fix. Open the door, auto start the free trial at sign up, make the slow research steps show progress instead of a 2-minute blank screen. Bring people back, tidy the signal screen. Cool, perfect. Right, nice one. So, what we can do is open the door, auto start the free trial at sign up. I think you should auto start the free trial, and then for the free trial, maybe 7 days at the top tier. What do you think? For number 1, yes or no? And as for the research step, let's figure out first of all how we can make it faster, and second of all how we can make it feel faster. And then number 2, bring people back. Right, so let's decide then on which emails, and then we can go into drafting them. And number 3, tidy the signals screen. I will tell you exactly what we want to do for that one there. And I think that like we can circle back to that one at the end. So maybe add like a way to remind yourself to look back at that after we finish 1 and 2. Right, so one thing I need from you is set the ceiling sensibly. Which Living Labs plan are you on and what monthly voice spend are you willing to eat as the worst case? I mean, basically none. I don't want to foot the bill for anything. So what could we possibly do? Should we just kill it? Should we just archive it maybe? Flying here. So Netlify functions usage. Summary of what we found, so it's all in one place. Netlify email, single culprit. Right, so whatever you want to move, just say the word. Fix is cheap. So 1 visit is already 2 runs. It's bots, not humans, right? Google, Bing and AI scrapers constantly walk every page in the site, and content site like this is hundreds of pages. Those crawls don't show up in your visitor stats, but every single one spins up the server. Ah, so we're basically having to pay for people's AI bots to read our stuff. That's a load of rubbish. Your instinct is correct, fix exactly. The content only changes once a day, so there is a zero reason to rebuild it on every hit. Build it once, freeze it into plain static files, and then hand the same frozen copy to everyone. The reason it's not doing that is that someone flipped a setting on those pages that literally means, by someone, it's Claude. He done it. That's the opposite of what you want. That's crazy work. Cool, yeah, fix that and then just merge it straight to main. I know I say don't do that, but you know, what are you gonna do? So, voice agent, let's see. Tell me A or B and I'll pull the floating agent. Let me see, does it still have the floating thing? I thought I already moved it. Yeah, I think so. I already removed the voice agent button. I think maybe you have to pull main and see, make sure you get the latest one. Yeah, remove the /voice root, move the planning docs to archive, and honestly maybe instead of just removing the root, pull all of that like voice agent code and put all of that voice agent code into like the archive folder, so that if we want to rebring this back up we can just easily pull the code back in. Right, I'm just going to get water, I'll be back in a sec. I'm back. To put my earphones on. And we can lock in. So I think today we just want to close out all of these kind of things that we have running. Because we have a lot of like rubbish, basically, that we have to sort out. Although I wonder if I'm making it more complicated than it needs to be, but I don't know. Anyway, so which emails should we send to bring people back? So probably anything all, I don't know. It's crazy, man. See, when you're building products like this, there's so many moving parts. It's nuts, man. Like, as I was saying before about all the architectural points, but then also, like, for example, here emails, man. Right, so functions usage. Right, so that's fine. Right, scripty landing page. So how much detail in V1? New scripty kit keys page. It needs to link into settings, so maybe it should just be like a panel on the settings page. Never mind, that was actually one of his options. But light dark toggle. So on the light dark toggle, we tried to push directly to main. So what we're going to do is we're trying to enhance our like make sure you test it key skill. Just moving my coffee mug. So what's it saying here? Right, so fastest unblock, generate a fresh token. Cool, so I'll generate a token, open up the .env or whatever to paste the token into, because basically we're going to get the authentication token from Netlify to add that in. This is unmaxed Jins, quote your slot 100% for the next 5 days. So still a small risk of a team-wide suspension if traffic speeds fall down. Safest move is to deploy to pause Patristic IO until July 1st. Ugh. How much does it cost to not have to pause it? Right. So, what is this one, man? Scripty landing page. Right, now, so I think this one's Scripty kit. Yes. So let me rename this. So Scripty kit, updated plan, ship it, expand the existing settings, accurate usage, top up, polish. That's the whole thing planned. 2 things from you. So say the word and I'll ship it now so it's merged before any of this starts. And those 3 numbers look good as the starting point. So credits and videos. Sure, I guess. Sure. Well, let me first see. So I'm thinking that the credits should more be tied to the current actual software prices. So I don't think we should have like a new pricing system of like 9, 20, 55 with credits. I think you should just pay for the actual Scripty site and you just get a number of credits as part of that. And then if you use all of them up or you don't want to upgrade, you can then add more. But yeah, ship. When you say ship, I'll ship it now before it starts. What do you mean ship it now? Do you know actually what we need to do, Matt? Let me go and check out GitHub. Why is my keyboard not working? Oh, has it died? No, wait, oh. Sometimes Chrome does this. Yeah, let's go to GitHub and we'll see if we can visualize the branches. I don't know if you can. Let's see. Active branches 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The staging we need, so really it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. If we pause on netlify functions. Oh, hello. We have a message. Wait. We are currently building. Let me see. What will I call you? Let's try to quickly look at your name. We'll just call you Lucas. Hello, Lucas. Welcome. We're building Scripty.ai. So Scripty is our SaaS for generating YouTube scripts. So essentially, what you do is you can follow your competitors' channels here and see their videos, see which ones are breaking out, and then from these you can then go and actually write some scripts, research ideas, and package videos up. So it's supposed to be essentially a script writing software, but it allows you as well to track other channels. Now today we were looking at some data to try and figure out, how can we streamline this, because I know it seems a little bit complicated. And we were looking at, sorry, something in my eye, man. We were looking at streamlining it and seeing that loads of people like the signals part. Let me know what you think in the chat. I think it definitely is tidied up, but as a premise I think it's really cool, which is basically you can come here, you just add in a bunch of channels, and then once you've added these channels in, you can see them all here, their new videos when they release them. And so it allows you to essentially spy on your competitors' videos. Kind of almost like YouTube subscriptions back in the day, before they made it absolutely impossible to see who you're subscribed to. And then from this, generate some scripts. So let me go back to here now. Thanks for asking. Any other questions, man? Drop them below. Oh hey, we've got a couple of answers in the poll. No one uses Terminal, VS Code and the app for Claude Code. Let me know why you use VS Code. Is it because you're using it to actually change bits of code as opposed to full features at a time? I'm interested to know, because I was thinking of going VS Code. Apparently it's faster, but I've just used the app all the time. So let me see here. 0 has for the next 5 days. So if we can pause Patristic, do we use any netlify functions for any other sites that we use? But this little bit here that we're doing, basically we've run out of credits for our netlify functions. Now a netlify function is basically a little bit of code that runs. So every time a bot is hitting this other website that we run, every time a bot hits here and tries to scrape all the information, all the different pages and stuff, it ends up using like a function to run and get the data. So we might have to pause the website or pay $9. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do yet. But I think we might just need to upgrade it. So we're on free. I think we're gonna need to maybe switch to personal. Let me do this on the other page so that you can't see. Don't worry, I've just upgraded. Right, boom. So we've upgraded now. That's sorted. Let's come back over here. Right, so back to here again. So don't worry, we've already upgraded, that's fine. Let's go see voice agent feature fully recoverable in your school content. Cool, so is this done? Can we clear this out now? Basically just removing this voice agent now from the site because it's just too much stuff going on. Pricing, you're right, scrap that. Say go ships the page, right. Yeah, so what to do is ship the page and then give me a prompt I can copy and paste into a new chat to then run through the different phases here. Right, I guess once we kind of clear this up, or whilst this is running, you know, I do think we ought to change the UI. I think the UI could be better. Wait, actually, no. I need to change this, hold on. Yeah, so actually, the page, the landing page itself, I want you to change that. The research a topic one, research blah blah blah. Maybe add a fourth one, or actually change research your video idea to say research, you know, I don't know, AI videos or something, so that people don't have to insert anything, they can literally just copy and paste. And then add a fourth one that's like more about like the signals side of thing. And then once you add those in, just honestly merge it straight to main. I know that I've literally said in the beginning of the video, don't merge straight to main, and then straight away afterwards I've merged to main like 4 times. Let's see here. So done, safe and clear, blah blah blah. One caveat, I can't remove the work tree from inside it. You want to do it from terminal in the main repo. This work tree is fully merged into main. I'm so confused. You're in the main repo. Surely you can do this. Right, what else have we got here? So how do you want to get it stationed? Yeah, I don't want to read a PR, man. What is this, 2010? 2024? Reconcile audit. Find anyone charged without access needs. Who runs it? What? The reconcile audit needs, once it's deployed, who runs it? I literally don't know what he's talking about. Other ones, light dark toggle. Let me pop open that text edit. Wait, where did I click it? There we go. Open that. Open in Finder. Open it in text edit. I'm just putting in the authentication token in the other screen so that you obviously can't see it. I've gone here, new token, expiration, upload, generate, copy, done. Don't paste that in here. Save it. Saved. Boom. Right, so this feature here, by the way, if you're wondering, hi to any viewers in the chat. You can probably tell that I'm getting a bit exhausted now. We've been walking for like 2 hours in this 30 something degree heat, which is crazy, man. Voice agent, prompt evaluation. You're right, I have shell access, blah blah blah. Cool. Whole voice saga is done. Amen. So we now no longer have our voice agent. Boom. Perfect. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. So now we don't have that. So that's one less thing to worry about. Oh no. I hear sad babies. I hear sad babies. Baby needs a lunch. Right. So what else can we do then to close out today's, I guess? This light dark toggle. Well, you know, actually we need to make sure that we're capturing these to-dos properly. So let me write in here. Are we capturing our to-do properly? Like features that we want to work on, etc. Is there a way that we are capturing this currently? Because essentially I'm cognizant of the fact that you open up all of these chats, do a bunch of work and then just forget all about it. So let me see here. So that one's done. That one's done. Fixed Stripe one. Point staging service at my branch. Sophia. No. Sync staging branch to main name merge. No, right. Maybe you need to save this somewhere in like a claude.md file. But basically, instead of trying to move stuff around, staging is the default place for code to go to be staged. So if you want to stage this, then you should be moving all of this into staging and then opening that up there in the staging branch. Or actually, is that bad? Oh, is that bad CI/CD? Because then I might overwrite stuff that's already there. That's worth consideration. And I should know, I used to do DevOps stuff, man. The deploy skills are backwards. They push money path changes straight to prod to fix them. I think they might be being fixed by another chat. I don't know. Check and see. One thing that I think Claude really need to do, or Anthropic, whoever, is they need to really integrate some sort of agent-to-agent communication. We made a video on a tool called Bloom, which is so cool. It's such a good idea. By the way, the 5 people watching, hello, say hi in the chat, vote in the poll, tell me if you're using VS Code, why, because I'm using the app, considering VS Code, but I don't have a good reason why, so let me know. But yeah, Bloom is so good for this idea of like agent-to-agent communication. I think the execution isn't as fast or slick as like a real part of the application made by Claude or Codex or something, but I like the idea of having agents be able to talk to one another. So like for example, I have all these here. It'd be good if they could talk to each other to figure out where they're overlapping, where they're not, etc. Right, so build is queued. I'll put this back up automatically when it's done. Okay, so nothing needed from me. Okay, to do capture process, so let me check the bug tracking files. Yes, but it's fragmented and stale. So I used to use this Kanban AMD, which was like such a genius idea, where you just save stuff to the to-do list, etc. But then we just stopped doing it basically. So the two real problems is that Kanban's code collapse everything. Yes. So that we can all just work from one Kanban board, a single source of truth. Sorry if I've triggered anybody who's got a day off work. So this here, oh my goodness, what's going on here, man? So we've asked for a new prompt so that we don't use this muddied context for the next piece of work. So let me copy this prompt. Want me to stop local preview server? Let's just say yes, I don't know. That's fine. So I basically just want to continue the chat somewhere else. Let's make sure we're in ultra code. Boom, boom. So that should be done. To do capture, that's fine. This is running, I guess. Check back in shortly. Right, so what's going on here? So this is ship now, migrate after. Right, so we're going to need to open up Supabase and run this here. So I don't know, is this safe to do on a live stream? I don't know. Let's see. So Supabase. Not safe to show you this anyway, that's for sure. So let's go to SQL editor, and we're gonna come back here, and we'll copy these here. So you apply migration to staging prod, then I run ship. Right, so I don't understand the questions. I will run this migration now in the database. Whilst I'm doing that, you ship the actual code. And since we don't have anybody really who's using it, we might just ship straight to main. Is that bad? Let's go see. Oops. Staging. We really need to migrate this staging over to like a different branch here as opposed to a different project. But this was an accident when we first set it all up, so now we're just running with it because it's more hassle to change it than to just leave it as is. Let's go get the next verification one. Run that. They're all no. We'll go back and tell Claude, I'm sure that's fine. Right, staging is success. Oh wait. So press up, I can bring back that. Or main, but staging says success. Boom. Right, what else have we got here? Scripty kit done, preview server stopped, handoff is good to go. Cool, so that's fine, that's moved on, which is nice. This here, let's see. Give me the digest auth token. I have way too much stuff going on here, I don't know what's happening. I don't think. Scripty. 'Cause. Next, that one's fine. Gonna manually move these. Light dark toggle, build is queued. Let's just see, because it's been queued for a while. The product analytics event tracking, what's this here? Oh, so this is one of the back ones. Oh, just, you know. Honestly, you could just make this like a drinking game where you can see how many times I say merge to main. You'd be well drunk by now. Merge to main. I think we'll try and figure out how we can close all of these out now. And then I can head for lunch, man, because I'm done in with all this walking, man. MailChimp? I didn't mean to say MailChimp. I didn't mean to say MailChimp, I meant to say merge to main. Oh, I think these are going to need more consideration. Let me grab something to eat. Right, I think we've done enough walking. Let's just stand and figure this out. So. Yeah, so I want to just commit this directly to me because it's just a documentation change. I thought we already made this change like when it happened. Six. we're back again. So, what we're doing, where are we going, how's it all working? Let's see. What's that noise? Welcome, new viewers. We're currently making a scripting software for YouTube, basically. It signals, it tracks channels and shows you like different videos that are doing well, and then from these we can then come and research videos, write scripts, and then package them up. And we'll try to figure out how to actually streamline this and make it an application that I actually want to use, you know. Hello, Rise Up 369s. Welcome for joining. It's nice to have you here. Did you answer the poll? Are you a VS Code or the app kind of guy? And if so, why? Let me know. Right, so I have a bunch of builds queued up, man, it's crazy. So he's working away, that's fine. The do capture process should be fine. It says build passes cleanly. Don't know why or how there. Oops, this has just popped up. He's looking to see if it has been done. Rise Up VS Code for sure. Why? I'm interested to know, because I'm trying to use Claude as a software developer type as opposed to, you know, like a helper for my code, and so I don't really use VS Code because then I don't really look at the code, but I have heard it's much faster, so let me know why. So what's in here? Paused here for your review. Once you've checked the preview and approved, say the word and I'll start phase 2. Can't you just do all of the 4 phases, or all of the phases, and then we can test it there, because they holistically work together? It doesn't really make sense to have one and not all of them. Pardon me. Basically here we're introducing into the application a way to use Scripty in Claude Code. I thought we changed this landing page. Let me see. Scripty kit. Yeah, I thought we changed that. What's my Scripty kit on here? Or is it having issues? Let me see, hold on. I've just... Oh my goodness. Yeah, everything's stuck in some queue. Let me check this out, man. Netlify. Login. Builds. Scripty. So I have what, 2 here. Are the other ones, are they... I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out what the heck's going on. I'll maybe need to open up a new one just to see what's going on here. So over the past 2 or 3 hours we've been making a bunch of changes to the website. I've tried to then merge them up and stuff, but I'm kind of lost. Everyone keeps saying that the builds are broken on Netlify, or they're queued or something. Can you have a look, please? Because yeah, so let's I'm gonna put function on, or type list, and we're gonna speak out all of the stuff that's going on here. Or I guess actually if we go to, where's our Kanban one? Oh man, we have so much stuff going on here. I think we may need to take a lunch break, because this is crazy, man. Nice, that takes risk off this. So nothing needed from this, that's fine. Nothing needed here or here to do. Is this done? Let's see, clean outcome. Let me ask and see. So is this all merged and ready to go and fine? Because basically we've done that standard vibe coding problem where we've opened up like 10 chats and now we're like, I don't know what's going on. So let's see how we can fix it. I mean, the only way to fix it really is to go one by one through each. So let me resend that. Or actually, can I revert all the way back to this? No. Yeah, let me send that back in. See what it says. These other ones here. Hello to everybody watching. Where are you streaming from? Or where are you watching from? I'm streaming from the UK. It's interesting because we normally don't stream. We have 90k subs. Thanks for 90k subs, by the way. From YouTube videos, not from streaming. But I thought, you know, let's build something real with AI. Because we already have our SaaS and we've had it for a few months, but I've never really released it. It's just been there in my description of my videos for people to go and check out. And we've had, you know, like whatever it is, 75 or 100 people sign up and one paying guy, which is pretty cool. So now we're thinking let's go all in on it. But the best streaming time for me is 9 to 12 UK time. So like from now for the past 3 hours. But I know that America doesn't really come online until 3 PM, so in 3 hours forwards. So, you know, it's interesting to see how we go. Also, welcome to the people joining. See, we have more people answering in the polls. Let me know why you choose Terminal or VS Code or the app. So let me come back here. Basically, the app, by the way, is called Scripty. It writes YouTube scripts for you, basically. And we're trying to clean it up because, as you always do with vibe coding, we've just bloated it so much that we really need to strip it back. And so we've been just working through that today. Well, I think it's going to be 2 or 3 days probably of trying to strip it back before we really push on the marketing. Because it's that thing, you don't want to have a half-built app and then send a bunch of people to it. Anyway, so what's actually happening? What is this one anyway? Analytics gaps. You know, maybe going forward I'm not going to use the suggested fixes because I think it's interfering with the actual code. Let me come on Twitter and say that. Let's see here. Profile, how we might change our name if we can. Something simpler. Oh, I don't even know how to change it actually. Anyway, so let's come here. This new feature. Probably should upgrade to premium. Be honest, devs, is coding still worth learning? If do I count as a dev? Maybe. If I do, my answer is yes. But not because you need to code, but because it changes how you think. It's a problem solving. So yeah, it's a way of solving problems and looking at the world. Verification. I don't know. I think we'll circle back to this one the light dark. Oops. The light dark thing. Build concurrency is still 1 and PR41's rebuild is queued. Try again. All of our builds are stalling. I don't know why, and it's freaking me out a little bit. Let me ask them to check it again. To do capture process. Just let him merge because it's just documentation, it's changing. Oh, want me to leave PR? Don't leave it, just don't make it, mate. So, let me see here. PR actually adds blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't know, honestly. So let me see. Talk to me like I'm age 10. What have you actually done? Can't we just merge it straight to main, or do I need to test it out? As I said before, it's probably a drinking game how many times I say merge to main, even though I complain that you shouldn't do it. What are you gonna do? So, let's see, failed to run. The merge command errored. Actually merged. Confirmed, so it's done, yes. It's all merged and ready to go. So, is it in production now? If it is, then we can note that one is done, which is good. How do you want to get the latest main live? Queue is starred by 1 shared build slot. I don't know, man. Let me see here. Because I just want to make sure that I'm merging one after the other here so we can close it all out. Because man, they're all on different branches. I don't even know if they're affecting each other. It's just melting my brain, man. And it's already roasting here, as is. So let me change these because I, by default, flick to the left to get back. Oh, now it feels weird. Do you ever get that? Where you have like your screen or something, or your app set in a specific way, and then you don't like it, then you change it and you're like, it feels uncomfortable. And what's this? Why is MCPs trending again? Everyone in X running businesses, everyone outside of X. Yeah, man, this here, this is so legit. Like, I talk to people in the real world, man, and they're like, oh yeah, AI, I sometimes use ChatGPT for recipes. I'm like, what is going on, man? That's how, see, people say it's a bubble. I'm like, I don't know, man, because yes, I hear the point that it could be, but on the other side, it's like the amount of businesses that are untouched by AI who would benefit from it is crazy, man. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below, because I think that the problem right now is that because we're still early-ish in the AI consulting era, people are trying to become like millionaires by being AI consultants, and they haven't really tapped into the... Basically, I think that the price for AI consultants is going to drop, and then it's going to get into real businesses. Possibly. Now let's see here. So with no code and changes to nothing ships out regardless. So let me check again. Is it done? Hello, welcome to the people joining. Answer the poll. Tell me why in the chat. Tell me why. You know what? For the last little bit, let's listen to some proper tunes for 10. Still building. Right, so what else have we got here that we could kind of move through? Netfly build issues. I don't want to get the latest main live. Let me check the poll out. Not yet, still building. Stay 4 minutes. This PR is nothing more to do until you say go. Man, I've completely lost what the heck is going on here. Again. I think we need to consider for next time how to systematise actually making these things merge. Now let me check Netlify in case there's some issue here. So 1, 2, 3. Up a more. 1, 2. Nah, that should be fine. Yeah, let's see why there's any problem. So this specific chat, what is it? Scripty kit 1. No change and it's getting lost. Builds have processed nothing in about 50 minutes. Right, I need you to help me figure out how to fix this, man. Honestly, maybe just need to give this same prompt to all of these guys here, man. So this to do, I'll leave that. Scripty kit's trying to figure out what the heck's going on with Netlify, which is good. Yeah, what does everybody else use here for hosting their sites? I started on Netlify and then just ended up having like a million websites. Hence why I'm still here.